So what happened was, this guy had a hobby. A man had an interesting hobby. It seemed that sculpting was his gift. And one day he decided to sculpt a little something special and created quite a rift. For he decided he would sculpt a penis, and he would carve it out of a potato. He worked with practiced hands and eyes. He colored it with natural dyes like the pinks and reds in the tomato. Those who saw it say it was amazing, in perfect detail down to the smallest part. Anatomically quite accurate, very realistic. They say it was a work of art. They say it was a work of art. They say it was a work of art. But I'm straight for the detail. Just understand the thing looked very real. They'd keep it together, he just could not. It was a potato, it started to rot and lose its sex appeal. So our sculptor took his interesting potato, put it in a plastic bag, threw it out. Naturally a woman found it, naturally she was astounded. She called the cops, who did not have it down. Nobody wanted to examine it too closely. Nobody doubted it was real. Soon the local papers heard about it. It was becoming one big deal. We've got some people from Baltimore. Is this not true? Was this not in the papers? It was, yes. Yes, they're nodding.
Oh
Yes, yes. My friends, they wouldn't lie. They wouldn't lie. They're mortified, but they wouldn't lie. It was becoming one big deal. It was becoming one deal. The coroner's report quite firmly stated the thing was real, it simply was organic. Microscopic slides showed that it had been alive. Still, people should not panic. Morticians in the morgue were simply mortified. They'd never so much as lost an inch of colon. Now they were just horrified to think that someone who had died might possibly have had an organ stolen. After lots and lots of careful testing, every chemist in the lab could see the subject matter did consist of living cells and chromosomes, so really, what else could it be? Local TV stations loved the story. They had their fun like TV people will. They showed the woman who had found it in her little store, surrounded by hot dogs cooking on the grill. Every week it popped up in the papers, a little story that would not go away, piquing everybody's sense of morbid curiosity and their fears about foul play. Meanwhile, our sculptor simply laid low. Why let the cat out of the bag? Even though he knew he'd not done anything illegal, he knew he shouldn't brag. But finally, he decided it was time to tell the truth. It was the only thing to do. But no one down at City Hall believed the word he said. They simply did not think his story could be true. Some say it was decadent, others say it was time well spent, others will philosophize like Plato. But there can be no dispute he really truly carved a root. It absolutely was a penis, just not of the proper genus. That's really a good joke, actually. Second, did you think about it? Anyway, it's clear to see the whole thing was a fallacy. Let's hear it for the bold creator of this old and cold dictator. A man and his interesting potato. My story does not have a funny ending, a lovely joke that we might laugh about. The people in Baltimore finally just got tired of the subject matter and the whole thing simply... Thank you very much.